Yeah, okay. All right. So I'll introduce my and then I'll. Okay. Actually, lots of people are joining. That is the problem. I have to allow them all. There's a problem in the Google Meet. So all of you are, I mean, you are attending the lectures taken by Professor Soumitra Banerjee, right? I mean, most of you are you have learned whatever he is teaching in this research methodology
Yes.
course. Uh, Someone is presenting. I don't know why. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I'll present now. Uh, So I'll first introduce myself. Yeah, I hope you can see me. Myself Chandranath Ghosh. I am a third year PhD student at ISER Kolkata, and I'm working in systems chemistry field, nanoscience field. You can take it, and so I am a PMRF fellow as well, as you know. So that's why we have been. I mean, we have got a job or instructed to do a TA-ship in this NPTEL, and I've chosen this course because I like this research methodology. I have done a course with Professor Balaram Mukhopadhyay in the chemistry TCS department only. So I mean, so you know, this is a course where you learn how to do the research, what is truth, basically the philosophy behind all these things. Okay, so now the thing is that we have to clarify a few things that we have learned in the course. So for that, I have prepared a few slides. I'll start probably with that, and whenever you have any doubt, you
Yeah.
can. Uh, uh, okay, but I think. Sorry. विशाल मनोहर is saying my problem is I can't understand fluently English language. हिंदी में बताओगे तो कुछ समझ के, या फिर दोनों लैंग्वेज यूज करो. uh, okay, I'll try to use both because only Hindi will be, I think, will be also be problematic for a few of them. So English is a general, I think, that is accepted, so I'll try to use both of them.
Yes, sir. If you use Hindi only, it is very difficult for us.
Yes, I
Very
understand.
difficult for
So
me as
yeah,
as me.
so that's why I'm
Sir,
saying that.
please go with English, sir. We are comfortable with English.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
Uh,
try to do it in English. But sometimes, if you have any doubts or problem, you can ask. I'll try to solve that. Okay. So now I can stop the video and I can share my screen. I think you can all see. Yeah, a lot of people are there. Still, people are joining. That is the problem.
यस सर
Yeah.
मुझे भी ऐसा लगता है कि थोड़ा इंग्लिश यानी हिंदी में बोलना चाहिए क्योंकि हम लोग महाराष्ट्र से है मराठी है मेरा पूरा तो थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है मुझे
Yeah, I understand, but the course that is taken by his professor is that is also in English, right? So that is and well accepted throughout our country. So I think that will be a bit problematic, but I'll still try to convey whatever you, if you have any doubt. Okay, although I must acknowledge that I am not a master in the field. I might not answer or clarify all the things that you will ask, but I'll try to cover as much as I can. I am also learning, as you know. Okay, so yeah,
थैंक यू सर
yeah, uh, yeah. So
Sir, these classes which taught by Professor Soumitra sir, it was already pre-recorded videos or it is getting recorded recently now?
probably I think pre-record. I mean, I exactly don't know because we are not in that contact. But I don't know what is the thing with NPTEL. I think it is pre-recorded, but maybe not
Yeah,
in this. Yeah,
mm,
sorry.
when we just asked about the other courses, what they are saying it was already old recorded of 2 years, 3 years back recorded, and they are being replayed as part of this course. So, what
Yeah,
about the of this
I
course?
I think it is the same with this course also. Whatever I have found, I saw in the last session also in the last year's course. So I think it is
Mm.
the same thing is going on. So I mean, since the course is same, I think that is probably the procedure in NPTEL. So it is
Okay.
how that they manage. Yeah.
It might be recorded maybe a year or 2 year back.
It might be, I don't know, I mean, yeah,
Mm. Okay,
maybe
okay.
if whenever they feel to change the course or something new they want to add at that time, they can change the thing or something like that. I think that is the case with all the courses. Yeah. Okay, so I can see many doctors are here, so I think so they've already done PhD, and I think they know a lots of things, uh, how to make people attend. Yeah, did I miss someone? Yeah, people should be
सर
on time.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर,
Yeah, sure.
एग्जाम के वक्त जो क्वेश्चन है वो इंग्लिश में रहेंगे और रीजनल लैंग्वेज में भी रहेंगे क्या सर?
I think it is in English. I have what I found that is in English. Okay, not in regional language. But still, I need to check with NPTEL what is their procedure. But what I found in last year also, that is it is given in English. And last I checked the copies, and also, yeah, it stays in English.
नहीं सर, थोड़ा सा
मुझे
इंग्लिश
कुछ
और रीजनल लैंग्वेज होगा तो थोड़ा
हिंदी में अगर
अच्छा
क्वेश्चन
रहेगा।
But in that
हिंदी में
case, I
चाहिए था
think
तो
you can
भी
talk to or you can mail to NPTEL. That will be good because I
ऐसा
cannot
नहीं किया है
say anything with their procedure. Okay, so I am just a
मैंने
TA
किया है
and
वहाँ पे, तो
yeah,
वो सॉरी से फॉरी इनकन्वीनियंस ऐसे कुछ भी बोलते हो, लेकिन क्या है सर, हमारा लैंग्वेज टीचिंग का या हमारा जो भी है पढ़ने का वो मराठी ही है सर। और
हाँ सर।
इंग्लिश, हाँ, तो वो कैसे है सर, हमें इंग्लिश में आपके जो आप जो पढ़ाते हो उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम, हम उसको समझ लेंगे, लेकिन जो आप क्वेश्चन पूछते हो उसमें जो ऑप्शन दिए रहते हैं सर, तो हमें वो
हम्म।
सॉल्व करने में प्रॉब्लम जाती
हाँ
है
सर,
ना,
सही है
कंफ्यूजन रहता
बिल्कुल।
है। हाँ, तो उसमें
ओके।
okay.
अगर आप
So,
हिंदी में अगर जैसे यूपीएससी की भी एग्जाम होती है वो भी
हाँ,
यस।
ऑप्शन
yeah, I
रखती है ना सर,
understand.
हिंदी और इंग्लिश रखती है सर। अगर अगर आप सिर्फ एक ही लैंग्वेज रखोगे तो जो हम जो नॉन इंग्लिश पर्सन है,
Yeah,
तो हमें
see,
सर वो क्वेश्चन छुड़ाने में सर प्रॉब्लम जाएंगे ना सर।
yes, yeah. This is, I mean, I understand there is a genuine problem, and it should be. I mean, it should be in local language or in the regional language. But
दूसरी एक
what I
लैंग्वेज
am,
देना चाहिए सर, हमें ऐसा लगता है
yeah,
सर।
yeah, I agree. But in
क्योंकि
that
आप
case,
हम इंडिया में पढ़ रहे हैं सर, अभी इंडिया में है ना सर आप, ठीक है,
yes,
अगर बाहर के
yes,
होंगे
sure.
हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, उनको इंग्लिश में,
Hmm.
आप उनको इंग्लिश में दीजिए, लेकिन जो कम से कम जो इंडिया में है सर, तो
I
न्यूज
understand.
चैनल तो हिंदी चैनल तो देखते ही है सर, तो सबको
Yeah,
हिंदी समझ में आती है सर, तो
I
हम चाहते
understand.
हैं कि आप उसमें हिंदी ऑप्शन रखिए सर।
See that I neither I said the question and nor I am in a, I mean in a panel of setting the question. So you can, I think in that case you can request NPTEL organizing team.
किया है सर,
So
हमने रिक्वेस्ट किया है, लेकिन उसका रिप्लाई हमें पॉजिटिव नहीं आया है सर।
okay, in that case, I mean it is their mandate. I cannot do anything with that. Okay,
सर
that
हमें
is, I
जो
mean,
ट्रांसक्रिप्ट जो मिला है वहाँ पे हमें ट्रांसक्रिप्ट मिला है हिंदी में,
mhm.
लेकिन अगर ट्रांसक्रिप्ट अगर आप हिंदी में दे सकते हो तो आप क्वेश्चन भी हिंदी में दे सकते हो ना सर।
Okay, okay. I
हाँ सर,
understand your
यस।
problem. I understand your problem. I'll try to convey the message to the course instructor and NPTEL as well. So whatever they will decide, that will be decided because I cannot do anything apart from the
एक्सक्यूज मी
testing.
सर।
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
सर एक जो है पेटेंट ड्राफ्टिंग फॉर बिगिनर्स करके है,
Mm-hmm.
तो उसके जो नोट्स है वो हिंदी
Mm-hmm.
में भी अवेलेबल है,
Okay. That's good.
लेकिन
That's good then.
मेथोडोलॉजी नेचुरल साइंस के नोट्स सिर्फ इंग्लिश में दिए हुए हैं। अगर
हाँ हाँ
रिसर्च नेचुरल साइंस के नोट्स भी अगर हिंदी में मिलते हैं तो हम लोगों
यस।
को थोड़ा प्रिपेयर करने में बहुत आसानी होगी,
I
क्योंकि मैं
understand.
खुद
I understand. So that's what I'm saying. That I'll convey this message to course instructor because the whatever study materials is being prepared by him only. Okay. Although it is, I understand this is 1 year or 2 year old pre-recorded videos, but still the whatever they will teach you in the course, that is being decided by him and the NPTEL team. So I'll convey this message to him, and then then whatever he decides, that will be the thing. I cannot say anything, but I'll that make sure that I will convey these things. Okay, these are these, but
Hello,
that you
sir.
are, yes, yes, sure,
Hello, sir.
yes, yes,
Sir, good evening, sir. I have one
yeah.
doubt to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, when we do submission in assignment, So when we submit it, that submission gets over. But again, if we want to do a second time, we can do. But I want to ask that which submission it records, like the first submission which we do or the next one which we do, because one submission can be done twice or thrice or fourth.
No, I
The
think
last submission recording.
yes, yes. Last submission is always recorded. That's what I know.
So which submission it records, like first or the second, third, fourth?
The final, whatever you submit finally, that will be recorded.
I mean, which the submission which would be done before the given date, right?
Yeah, before the given date. Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay, 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 okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
sir. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
सर एक्सक्यूज
एक्सक्यूज
मी।
मी सर, एक्सक्यूज मी सर, ये जो एग्जाम है ऑब्जेक्टिव है या थेरोटिकल है?
I think it will
In
be
both forms, sir. In both forms.
बोथ
in
फॉर्म?
both form, but I don't know. I mean, there is not it's not decided yet. I think last year what I have seen that last year it was descriptive. We had to
ओके,
write the thing, so that I know. But this year, what will be the mandate, that I think sir will decide.
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
Yeah.
सर थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम ये है कि फिर अगर डिस्क्रिप्टिव रहेगा तो एक्चुअली मुझे जो तीन जो मैंने कोर्स ज्वाइन किए हैं तो उसमें से ये जो नेचुरल साइंस का तो मुझे कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्योंकि पूरा इंग्लिश में है। अगर मैं असाइनमेंट के वक्त भी मुझे अभी तक मैंने असाइनमेंट कंप्लीट नहीं किया क्योंकि मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है।
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I
थोड़ा सा
mean,
मैडम। हाँ सर।
yes, yes. I think I'll convey that as I said. So now I think I can start. People are asking
Good
also.
evening, sir. Sir, just one question, please.
Yes,
Can I
yes,
ask?
yes. Sure.
Uh, Sir, actually, the transcript which is there with the videos is, can we download it? But because I tried it, I was not able to download.
I think you can download. I think you can download. I think you can just uh, check once more. I think you can.
Okay, sir. Okay, I'll try once
Good
again.
Yeah,
evening,
yeah.
everyone.
Who is
All
there?
videos
Sir,
available in YouTube
there is
also.
an option. There is an option where we can download the transcript as well as the videos, whatever they have recorded and
Yes, yes.
uploaded on the platform.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
is
I have
there?
done it. That's why I am telling you that people may. Yes, ma'am. You can do it.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I think I can start now. I think you are all okay. Okay. So you can see all my screens, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
So this is a research methodology course, and I'll try to explain a few things. Whatever you have taught, whatever you have been taught in the first week. So first is I'll try to describe what is research. You know that. So it can be said like systemized effort to gain a new knowledge, that is called research. That is been taken from Redman and Morris. There are different theories, as you know. So these are few theories. And in other theory that they say, that is by Clifford Woody, that is, the research is an academic activity that comprises defining and redefining problems, formulating, hypothesize, and suggesting the solutions, then collecting the data, and then finally deducing what is, whatever you have hypothesized, that is true true or not, based upon your results that you have been obtained from throughout the experiments. So these are there are that is the thing, that is the research, you know. Okay. I think someone is trying to join. Yeah. Oh. So yeah, so you all, no, don't know for why people are so much delayed. Yep. So yeah, so so these are the some of the theories that have been said in the literature. You know that. So my God, how can I then continue? Like, if this happens, I think it should be on time from next day. Otherwise, it will be difficult. So yeah. So as what I was saying, yeah, there. Okay, someone left. Okay, so finally, so overall, we can say this is a pursuit of truth with with the help of study, observation, comparison, and experiment. So that is research. In short, the search of a new knowledge through an objective and systematic method of finding the solution to a problem. So that is we know. So what we do that what we do in research, we define a problem. We try to figure out a problem that is still not solved, that we define first, try to find, and then define first, and then try to think that what happened, what should be the cause, or what will happen if we do this, or if we try to research on that, and then we hypothesize something, and based upon that we start doing some experiments. Okay, in that we get some results, and the result, anyone joining, or okay, um, okay, so so in that case, so in that experimental results might support your hypothesis or might not support. So based upon your data or result, whatever you are getting, you have to clarify those things, and then you have to come to a solution or conclusion that this is actually happening. In that case, your hypothesis might be true or hypothesis might be wrong. So that is the overall thing that we have learned, that I think that is learned in the course. Now I'll come, uh, I'll not go in depth, because this is just a clearing session. I'll try to linearly say what the few things that is taught. Now what is truth in that case? Truth is that which is in the state of being true, that is that which accords with the fact or reality, or reason or logic, or in actual sense, what is truth? Truth is the correspondence between ideas and objective reality. So whatever idea you have and whatever result you are getting, I mean, this is kind of a collaboration of that. If you can justify your idea with an actual fact, then your idea is true. So when an idea can explain an objective phenomena and predict the outcomes of the experiment, we say that the idea reflects the truth. So that is what I can say. Now other thing, there are different theories behind this truth. So when applied to the real objective world, truth implies absolute observation of the world, and can be made which are not in error. Now, the problem is skeptics argue that this is an act of faith, and that given theory-laden nature of observation, then there can be no truth in the objective sense. I mean, they are trying to, I mean, skeptics. So what they are trying to say, that there is nothing like absolute truth. So what is there, whatever you are finding, that is, it is upon your belief. It's actually not truth. If you believe, then that is true. But with, I mean, that is actually not true. Okay, so if we see here, so this is actually truth. Basically, the collaboration of your idea and the objective reality. In other part, or in the other theory, it is said that what counts as truth based on precise observation and measurement, that is verifiable truth in context dependent. It is informed by a theory that unveils illusion. It is informed by the set of multiple relations that one has with the universe. So these are all the different theories of truth. I think from here you can answer the question that is given in the assignment. Now, different theories of truth are there. There are 5 theories I can see. The truth is the correspondence, truth is the as coherence, truth as what works, truth as consensus, and truth as warranted belief. Okay, so these are basic theories. Now, based upon these, I think you can answer what has been asked in your assignment 1. So I think it is pretty clear. So I mean, it should be, so what is truth? Like truth, it should be always one. Any question, but someone unmuted, I think. Please mute yourself. I cannot see. Please mute yourself. Yeah, still there is sound. Someone please unmute. Whoever is mute yourself. Whoever unmuted.
Sir, this is Rajkumar.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Please. Someone again. Yeah. Please unmute yourself. Mute yourself. If you have any question only, then you can unmute. Okay. Yeah. So the thing is, what is? I mean, what I was saying. Yeah. Truth. I'm not understand like people joining, trying to join or leaving because yeah. Okay. Lots of people are there. Yep. So. So yeah, so then if you are I just lost. So yeah, so what I was saying that whenever you are deducing something or you are coming to a particular end after your experiments been done, so in that case, I mean, so what is truth then? So it is if you can justify this any fact or any reality that by your logic, then that will be called truth. So it is basically the correspondence. I think from here, I mean, if of a particular question there must be only one answer, okay, then it is only one, not multiple. Okay. So and it should be also be very much affirmed that like your truth is since this is unique, it should be affirmed, and there must not, and this should be, I mean, that is the only fact of a particular question. Okay, now I think that's enough for truth. I mean, you can answer from here. Next, I'm coming to what is idealism. Okay, so idealism, there is a always a tussle between idealism and materialism. Okay, that part I'll try to cover. You have learned there, but few things. I mean, this is a very primarily. This was coined by Greek philosopher Plato. What is idealism? So the central. I mean, idealism is the prime importance to human consensus and makes it clear that it is a make-believe world and reality is what our mind makes us believe. Okay, I think and understand like I mean, you are idealizing, or how will I say that so only what we can think, only that is the thing, and all the material things that is there, that is through our anubhav, or through our feelings, that is not the absolute thing, but only the ideal things are there that we can believe or we can imagine. Okay, to understand the cause and effect relationship between sociological events, that the state of mind of the people in the society is the best tool in hand according to idealism. Okay, I think this is pretty clear. I think you can understand. It is the premise of an idealist that the human mind precedes everything else, including matter or materialism, when one starts to think about sociological processes and events. Now I'm coming to materialism. So now this is just the opposite. What is materialism? That is not ideal. Okay, materialism means anything matter that you see. Okay, now Lucretius and I mean, he was the very preliminary one to coin this term or to talk about this materialism, was in the view that the matter that made up everything in the universe was of prime importance, and that matter shaped not just human beings but even their consciences and thought processes. Okay, so materialism can be traced back as in the 5th century BC, when philosophers like Leucippus and Democritus believed that everything happened because of necessity, and I mean everything is material. If you require anything, so it means some material things you require. Other than that, with only ideal things, life cannot sustain, or you cannot sustain. So that is their world. So it is just the opposite of the idealism, right? The sensation and emotion of human beings are a result of atoms impinging upon each other. However, even materials concede that humans have free will and always seek happiness. So I mean, this is exactly the material world that we have an idea of. Okay, now everything, we have so many things, so many material things, then we are happy. So that kind of feeling, so that is the materialism. That is the notion that we know. But in actual sense, the materialism term is used nowadays in that way, but in actual sense it is not like that. Materialism is the idea that any without any material things that is required for the sustainment of life, we cannot, I mean, life is nothing. Okay, only with ideal things or only with our ideas, there is nothing. So this is just these are just the opposite things, if you can consider. Okay, now there is the tussle between these two. Okay, so materialism gives prime importance to matter, whereas reality is what our mind tells us is the viewpoint of idealists. So idealists and materialists is just the opposite. Materialism says about what is there, what is actually present. But idealism says that no, 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 this is not what is actually present, what is required, and what that and that we can idealize, and that is the thing. So these are totally the uh, okay, yeah,
Sir,
uh,
sir,
yeah.
will you be sharing this presentation at the end of session?
I think the YouTube says, I mean, YouTube links will be provided. I think. I don't know. I mean, I'll share with NPTEL. That's that the thing I know, but I don't know whether it will be shared with you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I will write down.
yeah, yeah. So in the second point, we can see that materialism tells us to seek instant gratification of our desires. And while idealists try to harp on the importance of working towards a near perfect future. So materialism, I mean, you're understanding, right? Materialism, like whatever we want, if we get that, we are happy. We want if we want a mobile phone, we want a PC, we want tablet, we want this, that. If we get that, then we are happy. So that is the material world that is actually needed. Okay, but ideally say no, for that we think we need to work so on, and then after, as a fruit of our hard work, we can ideally achieve that. But we are not sure whether we'll achieve or not. But even if we are not, if we don't achieve, that is okay. So that is the idealism, right? But my point is that materialism, the way we understand, that is not the actual, that is true. Materialism in the philosophy that is used, that means that any kind of material thing that is required for a life sustenance, that is materialism, and without that we cannot sustain. That is the prime thing. But with only with ideas or ideologies we cannot sustain. But this is really problematic. Okay. So now coming to the third point, idealism says that it is our state of mind that guides our behavior and emotion, and we perceive reality on basis of what our mind says. Okay, so I mean, whatever we understand in our mind that this is required, in that way, that is idealism. But in actual world, if that is present, that will only help us to sustain. Uh, okay. Yeah. So finally, materialism attributes all actions and behaviors to matter or atoms, of which all of us are made up. Okay. So that is my sole point. So material people joining or what? Okay. So yeah. So the point is, oh my God, I think I cannot share in this way. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so that is what I'm trying to say, that whatever that is required for the sustainment of our life, or for our fulfillment of our life's journey, that is materialism. That is not in the bad sense. This is not the luxurious things that of a day we think about materialism. It's not that. This is an ideology, that is a philosophical belief, that these only with the, if we have those things that is required for life sustenance, then only life will sustain. Only with ideas or ideal things or ideal beliefs we cannot sustain. But idealists will say that no, 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 it is, if you have some idea, and if you are ideally, if you can think that these are there, then that's all, then what else you want? So that is the tussle always there between idealism and materialism. So sorry, yeah. Yeah, so materialism is the is where what where matter is greater than mind. I mean, where material things are more important, and idealism where matter is less important than mind, where you can see that mind is more important. That a basic test, like if intellectual things, if you can think, that is all. If you have only material things, you cannot sustain. That is for the idealist people. But for the material people, if he will say that, oh, if you have many ideas, but in actual life you have nothing, you have no material things for survival, then that is difficult. So it means they will say no, then materialism is the main thing, it wins. But for ideal people, they will say that no, we have belief, and we think these are the ideal things. We'll stick on that, even for that we don't achieve anything, or we don't have any material things for our sustainment, will not sustain. But still we believe that idealism is the main thing for our life's journey. So, in a nutshell, we can say matter is primary, spirit or mind is secondary. So, that is for materialism. And for idealism, so spirit or mind is primary and matter is secondary. So, this is the overall things. I think you can answer now based upon this, right? Okay. Now, I'll come few things about causality. This is the main part. I think we'll focus on this portion. So causality, what is causality? Uh, so can, I mean, you all have learned the course, right? What is causality? So can, I think I'll describe first, that will be better. So then we'll come to the question answer section or question solving section. Then there we can. So causality, what is causality? Causality is one of the central doctrines in science. So, and so when an apple falls from the tree, so why that is fall, there must be some cause. So that cause is called causality or causation. Okay, in for every effect there is a cause, that is called the causality. There are many theories behind this causality or causation. Many greater scientists or greater philosopher have given different theories, and Aristotle is one of them, and who has given the very primary theories. So for him, there are four theories he has provided as the material cause, formal cause, efficient cause, and the final cause. Okay, now I'll explain one by one. So let's say you can see a statue. Okay, Michelangelo, David or Michelangelo, I mean anything, any statue, you can, any sculpture, you can think. Okay, so that's how I am saying this, giving this example, because that's how it is described also. So the what is the material cause? The that out of which, like the bronze or of the statue, so the material thing that is required for the for to create the statue. Okay, so that is the material thing, that is the material cause. This is the first one. Second one is, what is the formal cause? Formal cause is what? The form, the account of what it is to be, like the shape of the statue. Sorry. Okay, so any shape that, I mean, any shape that the sculpture who is making, that he is first idealizing or he is visualizing, that is, he is going to give a shape. So that is the formal cause. Okay, so a form, that is why it is formal cause. First one is the material or the substance that is required for making a thing. Next one is the form that is required, I mean, or a shape rather. Okay, any shape that can be. I have given an example, but any shape that can be. Third one is the efficient cause. What is efficient cause? The primary source of the change or race, like the artisan or the art of bronze casting the statue, the man who is giving advice. So the overall thing, the efficacy of the overall making system, like the sculptor who is making who is making the statue, he is giving some his physical effort. Someone is giving him some idea, he's getting some idea from someone of the form. So this is the, so some efficient things that are efficacies are required, or some, what will I say, like some expertise are required to make this thing. So that is the efficient cause. Okay, that is the third point. And the final one is the final cause, that is the end, that for the sake of which thing is done. So why that is made, there must be some cause. It can be that the health is the end of working, losing weight, purging drugs and surgical tools. But if we go to the example of the statue, then why the statue is made, if someone wishes to make that, that can be the final cause, that is the ultimate cause. Okay, only if someone wishes, then only this will be made. Okay, or some other, it is a need of an institution to make, or is a need of a king's place to make a statue of himself, or to show off anything. I mean, there must be an ultimate cause. That's where it is starting. So you can think like, I mean, the opposite. Okay, so the ulta. So this is starting from the final cause, like it has someone is verdicting that I need this, and why it is required. Then they at that moment or point it is starting. Then the requirement of the efficacy of different department, all like the same department. Here is the sculpture that is required. Then the formal, what form or what shape that is required, that will be decided. And finally, through what material this will be made. So this is Aristotle's theory, okay, on causality. So this can actually define or describe many things, or many cause and effect things. But I mean, I think probably not all. So that's why different theories came in the later state. And so what is the other theory? Other theory is being given by Hume. So Hume's theory, so I think you all understand what Aristotle said. Now in Hume's theory, what he says, he has primarily three things. Okay. So what are those? So those are, so he has provided all his theory in this treatise of human nature. So in that he has provided. So mainly three theories are there, or three things are there. One is, it should be contiguous, there should be precedence, and there should be constant conjunction. So these three are there. So I can pronounce from here that, excuse me, we may define a cause to be an object precedent and contiguous to another, and where all the objects resembling the former are placed in like the relation of precedence and contiguity to those objects that resemble the latter. So I think I'll describe, don't worry. Problem. Okay. So first one is the cause and effect must be contiguous in space and time. It means that I mean, whatever the cause and effect must not be separated in space and time. Okay, it means that you can say that you are saying this is a cause, A is the cause, if let's say, and B is the effect. So A and B must have in the same time and in the same place. You can see, you are predicting something that oh, this is happening now, then the cause was some 250 years older. So according to this theory, that is not true. The second one is precedence. The cause must precede the effect. Okay, so it is always, so if B is the effect, A is the cause, then B should precede A. Okay, A must precede B. I mean, the cause must precede effect. Okay, and the final one, the constant conjunction. There must be a constant conjunction between cause and effect. So it means that the cause and effect always must be in together, not in separate. Okay. So, yeah. So it means, so what is contiguous then says, contiguous says that it should be it cannot be spatiotemporally different, separated, cause and effects. So that is, and that is the main drawback also, okay, of this theory. Why? uh, if you can if you can say that some like tide that is happening, why that is happening, that is happening, we know some force of moon, and I mean, is playing a role there, okay, you know that. So in that case, but the problem is that this moon and earth, so this is happening in earth, not in moon, and the cause is they are happening in the space, in different plane, or yeah, in different space. Okay, so in that case, so those are not at the spatiotemporally at the same position, but still that is the oh my god, that is, this is still this is happening for the cause of moon's attraction. Okay, so in that case, this theory does not stand, or rather this point, this is contiguity. The cause and effect must be contiguous in space and time. However, this is true always, that the cause must be precede to the effect. And the final thing is that the constant conjunction between this cause and effect. So this is also a prominent point, and Hume uh, Hume assumed that this causality is kind of a mental setup, a mental construction. Uh, he observed a specific sequence of events repeatedly, and noticed that certain events are occurring in contiguity, in succession, like in precedence, and in constant conjunction. So based upon his theory, sorry, his experience and his idealism, he proposed all this theory. Okay. So after him, Immanuel Kant, he came and he opposed the first point, as I said. So he has proposed some theory, but after all these things, the well accepted theory that is coming is Miller's theory, which is given by John Stuart Mill's, sorry, Mill's theory, and it is called Mill's method. So he has given overall four methods. Like first one is concomitant variation, second is agreement, third is difference, and fourth is residues. I'll explain one by one. So what is concomitant variation? If A and B varies concomitantly, it means simultaneously at the same time, then these two are connected through some fact of causation. Okay, like, so uh, if something is happening and we are seeing the effect of that at the same time, then we can, I mean, it is not, I mean, it is, if it is linearly changing, right? So if A is changing, B is changing, that part. If A is increasing, B is increasing, A is decreasing, B is decreasing. If that is the case, then it is called the concomitant variation. This is the first theory. Second theory is the method of agreement. When a single factor is common for multiple phenomena, then the factor is called cause. Okay, I'll describe all the methods one by one, and we'll come to some examples also. The third one is the method of difference. This is just the opposite of method of agreement. So in the method of agreement, what we understand, that if a factor is common for different phenomena, then that is the cause. And in difference, if the absence of a factor stops the occurrence of something, like the absence of something is stopping a different multiple phenomena, then that is called the method of difference. And finally, sorry, Yeah, finally, the method of residue, that is also very well known. So what is that? That is a kind of summation of all. If the known causes and effects is subtracted or subducted from a phenomena, the residue of the phenomena is the effect of the remaining attendance antecedents. So what is that? Like if you are saying there are different things A, B, C, D, E, and the effects, these are the cause and effects are E, F, G, H, I. So A is corresponding to E, like that. B is corresponding to F, like that. Like A to D and E, F, G, H, E to H we are getting. So these are the cause and these are the effects. We can clarify that. Then what is the residual part? So E, A, B, C, sorry, A to C and E, F, G. Then the residual part is D, and in here in the effect case it is E, F, G, H. So then D is the cause and E, F, G, H is the effect. So that's how, I mean, this is the residue of all the cause and effects. So I'll come one by one with some examples. It will be better to understand. So first is the method of concomitant variation. So what it states? It states that you can look at here. I mean, I mean, in the later part, it will be easier for you to solve the problems, I think. Sorry, let me check once. Yeah, okay, it's being recorded. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. So what is that? So demonstrate the quantitative variation of an effect are systematically related to quantitative variation in a particular factor. So then that is the cause and effect relationship. So let's say one example that suppose a nurse examines 4 students. Is student 1, 2, 3, 4, and what is the what is the symptoms? So first one is not ill, is completely fine. Second one is abdominal pain. Third one is uh, fairly ill, like vomiting and abdominal pain. And fourth one, he is completely ill. He had to be rushed to the hospital. He is really in problem. So and what did they consume in a party? Like he was nothing, first one. Second one is 1 sip of juice. Third one is half a bottle of juice, and the last one is entire bottle of juice. So then you can clearly see from here that the juice is the culprit. Okay, who has the first student? He didn't take the juice even a sip, so he is completely fine. It's no problem. So the second one, 1 sip, is little pain. Third one, more than that, half a bottle, he is fairly ill. And fourth one is all the bottle and he is completely ill. Okay, so it means that the illness or the problem is directly related to the proportion of juice he is taking. Okay, whoever is not taking any juice, he is not ill. So the cause is the juice, and the effect is their illness, and the illness is directly proportional to the amount of juice they are taking. Sorry, yeah. So this is the concomitant variation. The evidence appears to show that there is a direct correlation between the degree to which the cause occurred and the degree to which the effect occurred. Okay, so this is so that's why it is called concomitant variation. This is the first case and the first scenario proposed by whom? Proposed by Mill. Okay, now I'm coming to the second thing. Second thing is method of agreement. What is that? I said the method of agreement helps show that a certain factor is necessary for bringing about a certain effect. One can use the method of agreement to undermine a causal link between an effect and some perpetuated cause by showing that sometimes the effect occurs without the factor. So let's say an example here also. Suppose a family went out together for a buffet dinner, but when they got home, all started feeling sick and experienced with stomach aches. What is the cause of the illness? Now we have to see what what are the food they have taken in the dinner. Now, there are four people: father, mother, daughter, and son. So, what father took, he took. So there are, you can see, four food items are there: French fries, soft drink, ice cream, and pasta. So father took French fry, soft drink, and ice cream, and pasta, all, and he fallen ill. Mother took French fry, soft drink, French fry, but she didn't took soft drink and ice cream, but pasta, yes, and she also fallen ill. Daughter took French fry and soft drink, not ice cream and pasta. She also fallen ill, and son took only French fry and ice cream, but he also fallen. So all of them have fallen ill, but although they didn't take all the food items. Okay. So now, then, what we can derive from here? Excuse me. Yeah. So yeah, what we can derive from here? That the only
Those
thing.
are
Sorry, anyone speaking? Okay. So the only thing that all the family members are having is the French fry. You can see that this is common to all, but other things are being varied. You see that soft drink is not taken by mother and son, ice cream is not taken by mother and daughter, pasta is not taken by the brother and the sister. So but still they have fallen ill. So this is the common thing that all of them have gotten. So it means that this is the common cause for a common effect of illness. Then you can say, so French fry is the cause for their illness, and this is called method of agreement. I think you understand, right? So this will, I think, help you to solve the problems. First one, what was the first one? First one is the method of concomitance. Now second one is the method of agreement. Now I'm coming to the third one. What is third one? Is the method of difference. So what is that?
methods of different.
Just the ulta, just the opposite of the method of agreement. The method of difference helps establish that a certain factor is sufficient for bringing about a certain effect. Okay. So yeah, so one can use the method of difference to I will come to that later. So yeah, so now again take a example. So the basic thing is that here absence of one factor will determine the not happening of the effect. So that is just the opposite of the agreement. Suppose a family went together for a buffet dinner. I mean, the same example, but when they got home, all started feeling sick and experienced stomachache. What is the cause of the illness? You can see the same things are here, only you can see that all have taken French fries, all have taken soft drinks, all have taken pasta, but father has not taken ice cream. Except father, all have taken ice cream. Then only you can, and also you can see that father has not gotten ill, others have gotten ill. So from here we can derive that ice cream is the cause here for their illness, not the French fry as it was in the earlier case, right? So here the absence of this ice cream is helping him to not getting ill, but for other people, they have taken ice cream and they have gotten ill. Okay. So we can derive from here that the absence of ice cream is the cause and of their illness. So the so one can use this method of difference to undermine a causal connection by showing that the presence or absence of a factor makes no difference to the observed effect. Okay, I think you understand all these things. Just the opposite of the agreement. Now I am coming to the final cause or final method, that is the method of residue. What is that? Show that so method of residue, it shows that all of the factors known to have some influence upon a certain effect and cannot explain the observed level of the effect, then attribute the residual influence to an unexamined cause. Okay, so if I explained correctly, that there are multiple effects and multiple causes, but you cannot determine a particular thing why this is happening. Now what you have to do, you have to deduct one by one. So now, as I was saying, that let's say, if I can write here, sorry, yeah. So there is A, B, C, and D. There are four factors, and then E, F, sorry, is it? I think I can write, yeah, G and H, right? So you can see, we don't know why. I mean, why H. So these are the all the effect part, and these are all the cause part, right? Okay. So now we cannot understand why H is happening. Then we have to deduct. We have to deduce one by one. So we have deducted that A is the cause of effect E, B is the cause of effect F, G is the effect of cause C, and then what is the residual part of the lot, that is this H and D. So then we can say that D is the cause for H. So if you see one example, suppose a nurse, she is a student. Prior investigation of student's illness, she has already established. Sorry, I think I can keep it. Okay, someone trying. Okay, no, good. So yeah, so yeah, so suppose now, so prior investigation of student's illness, he has already established that the pizza tends to produce an abdominal pain, and iced tea tends to cause headache. So yes, not allowed. How to allow him? Someone is trying to join. I don't know how to allow. Can I allow? Anybody can help me? How can I allow them if someone is trying to join in the queue, or where can I see them? Okay, I think they can request once more. That will be better. Yeah. So okay. So the student arrives at the nurse's office complaining of headache, abdominal pain, and cough. The student reports having eaten pizza, ice cream, and iced tea for lunch. Now the nurse has to derive why he's ill. And so symptom is headache, that is known from iced tea. Abdominal pain is known from pizza. What is the residual part? That is cough. Then this is coming from ice cream. So I mean, this way, like if you know a cause and effect already in a set of cause and effects, then if you are unknown of one thing or one effect and one cause, you only first eliminate the initial ones, then you can come to the final conclusion and the residual things, and then the residual cause and effects will be related to one another. One will be the cause and the other will be the effect. Since she can account for most of the students' symptoms as the effects of known cause, because that is already known, the nurse concludes that the additional cough that is coming, that she is seeing for the particular student, is coming from the ice cream that particular student has taken only. Okay, so from here we can deduce this method of residue. So these are in a nutshell the four things, that is, or the four methods that Mead has derived. And with this method, this four method, almost all the cause and effects can be uh, connected in a cause and effect relationship. Okay, now I'll there is another method that is not in the best four or not taken, but another record, that is a joint method. That is joint method. What is that? That is, this is just a subset of this agreement and disagreement, or the what was the methods. So methods were, I can say, concomitant variation, method of agreement, method of difference, and method of residues. So this one is the summation of this method of agreement and difference, like a combination of method of agreement and difference. Compare a variety of situations in which a certain factor is present to similar situations in which the factor is absent, then show that a certain effect is observed in all and only those instances in which that factor is present. So if we symbolically say, like, ABC occurred together with XYZ and ADE occurred together with XYW, also BC occurred with YZ, therefore A is the cause, the effect, or a part of the cause of X. Like you can see, A is present in both the sets ABC and ADE, but an X is also in. So in the cause section, A is present, and in the uh, what let's say effect part, X is common. So in that case, so either presence of A will decide that the effect of X will happen or not. Okay, so that is also supporting the agreement, also supporting the difference, right? So therefore A is the cause, the effect, or a part of the cause of X. Like they, A and X can be vice versa present in a whole set, right? So now these are the four methods, or rather I will say five methods to sum of the Mills deduction. Now, based upon this, I think we should go or see some examples to solve, and we'll try to solve this problem. What is okay? Some as I can try and think. Okay, okay. So yeah. So sorry. Oh my God, people are joining now. Okay, good. Okay, so if two or more instances, this is I'm telling for this joint method. So if two or more instances in which the phenomena occurs have only one circumstances in common, while two or more instances in which it does not occur have nothing in common, uh, a common save the absence of that circumstances. The circumstance in which alone the two sets of instances differ is the effect or cause, or a necessary part of the cause of the overall phenomena. And so you understand from here, right? So both a presence of A and X is crucial for the happening of either X or A, or vice versa, right? So either A can be effect or cause, and X can be effect or cause if both are present in the effect and cause section. So this is overall the joint method. Now, so till now whatever we have read, someone is unmute, please mute. We'll try to solve a few problems, then I think that will be better for your understanding. So the first example is, yeah, you can see my screen, right? So discovery of the beneficial effects of fluoride on teeth. So if it was noticed several decades ago that people in certain communities were favored with especially healthy teeth, in researching the various factors these communities shared in common, scientists discovered that all had a high level of natural fluoride in their water supply. So the scientists conclude that this evidence that the fluoride causes teeth to be healthy and free of cavities. So then, what will in which category we can take this problem as a cause and effect? So you please tell anyone, please try. I think I can.
A method of agreement.
Okay, anyone else? Yeah, please. Yeah. Yes.
Concomitant variation.
Uh, okay, anyone else? Okay, I think someone given their answer first. That is the method of agreement. It is not the concomitant variations. Why is that? Okay, I'll explain. You can see that the presence of only the presence of uh, this thing is causing the problem. Okay, so that's why it is coming under cause of or the method of agreement, not in the concomitant variations, because it is not derived that how much it is always linearly increasing this problem or this cavity problem with the fluoride, or linearly decreasing. From this problem or whatever the problem or the data set that is given here, from here we can conclude that this is coming on the method of agreement, not the concomitant variations. Had it been given like that so it is saying that in researching the various factors, these communities shared a common in common. Scientists discovered that all had a high level of natural fluoride in their water supply. Had it been mentioned that someone was using lesser water, then he or she had less problem, and someone is using more water, then he or she has had more problem, then we could take it in the section of concomitant variations. It was linearly dependent, but since it is not, no that kind of data is supplied here, it is simply just a cause and effect, that it is happening only when this is present. So this is coming under the method of agreement. I think it's clear. Okay. Okay, so now I'm coming to the next problem. Next problem is farmer and fertilizer. So farmer might fertilize one part of the field but not the other part to test the benefit of using fertilizer. If the fertilized part of the crop turns out to be fuller and healthier than the non-fertilizer part, then the farmer can conclude that the improvement was caused by the fertilizer. So then, sorry.
Method of difference.
Yes, yes, of course. It is the method of difference. Again, this is very clear from here, like so only the absence of this, so what is there? If the fertilized part of the crop turns out to be fuller and healthier than the non-fertilized part, then what will be concluded? So obviously this is method of difference. Now I'm coming to the third problem. A sociological study. A sociologist studying divorce noticed a correlation between changes in the national divorce rate and fluctuations in the gross domestic product, like or GDP. As GDP increases, the divorce rate decreases, and when the GDP sags, the divorce rate goes up. The sociologist concluded that the two phenomena are causally connected. How can he connect them?
Joint.
Concomitant,
Of
concomitant variation.
Yeah.
Concomitant variation.
Concomitant variation.
Yes, correct. So it is concomitant variation. Why is that? Can anyone explain why is that? Anyone whoever has answered? I can see you guys.
Because A is increases, means
Uh-huh.
here uh, I think GDP is increases, then diverse rate will be decreases. When GDP sag, diverse rate also goes up.
Yeah. So I mean
So
there is
it
there is
will
a
be dependable.
then there is a linear relationship between them.
Yes, there's a linear relationship. They are dependent. When GDP increases, the divorce rate decreases, and when GDP is decreases, divorce rate goes up. It's just the opposite. But since they have a linear relationship, we can take them under the method of concomitant variations. Great. Now the fourth problem. Excuse me. Coke and biscuits. So these are very simple problems. I think I mean, you can understand very easily. Is no problem. And just since you are trying to grasp it, it is better. I'm giving more examples so that you can solve the problems. A cook might leave a particular ingredient out of a batch of biscuits to determine the importance of that ingredient. If the biscuits turn out dry and crunchy, the cook can attribute that to the absence of that particular ingredient. So, what will be then the derivation?
Residue.
That method of residue.
Residual.
Yeah,
Method of residue.
yes. So, can anyone explain? Last one, last paper. Uh,
So the first line itself say the cook leave a particular ingredient out of batch of biscuits.
mhm.
So that part which we are leaving, which is left out, that attribute may be the absence of that particular ingredient.
Yes, that
That may be
attribute.
the cause.
Yes, correct. So that is the cause. Since he knows about the other ingredients, she's sure of the results. Whenever he is not keeping that, so there is some change in the texture as well as in the taste. So that's why we can say it. I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's why you are saying, you are rather suggesting that it is under method of residue. Now let's see. It is called method of difference. Why is that? So the problem is that he is not sure why which was the he was not sure which was the these are the cause and effect. What he did, that uh, importance of an ingredient, like the when the in particular ingredient is absent, in that case the taste and their texture is changing. So that's why it is not coming under the residue. He is not eliminating the other things. He is coming, he is just trying to check that what is the absence of a particular material, what can cause, what can affect the absence of a particular material. So in that case it will come under the section of method of difference, not the method of residue. Be Okay, so that's, I think, the mistake you are doing. So method of residue will come only when there is not known cause. Okay, the other things are known, then only you can derive a method of residue. But here he from the he's from the previously he is eliminating one of the ingredient and he's trying to see what is the effect. So it is very obvious that it will be a method of difference. Okay, now I'm coming to the next one. Now, Boyle's experiment, this is pretty known, and I think you've read also. In the 17th century, Robert Boyle is a well-known physicist, conducted experiments involving the pressure and volume of gases. Boyles constructed an apparatus that allowed him to compute the volume of a gas as he varied the pressure. So he noted that as the pressure increased, the volume decreased, and as the pressure decreased, volume increased. From the correlation, he derived the law, Boyle's law, that is very famous, that the volume of a gas is inversely proportional to the pressure. Now, you say, what will it be?
A method of concomitant variation.
Concomitant.
Method of concomitant variations.
Yes, yes, first one.
Okay, let's see. Yes, you're right now. So this is method of concomitant variations because they are linearly related. Okay, so whenever you can see the volume and P is the constant. So whenever P is the pressure, V is the volume. Volume of a gas is varied. Uh, Compute the volume when the pressure. So he noted that the pressure increased when the volume decreased. So P is inversely proportional to V, right? P proportional to 1 by V. So then there is a linear relationship. So it is coming under the concomitant variation, right? Next one is Charles' law. This is also famous from physics. A century later, Jack Alexander Charles observed a correlation between the temperature of gas and its volume. As the temperature increased, the volume increased, and vice versa. The correlation provides based on Charles' law. So it's also very easy, right? What will it be? Uh,
Method of concomitant variation.
Informative.
Method of concomitant variation.
Yes, the same thing basically. Boyle's law and Charles' law, both are fixed. I mean, PP is equal to nRT. So when one is varying, the one factor is varying, the other factor is inversely changing. So they are linearly related. So now, so all these are concomitant variation. Now, I mean, coming to the last, the next example. So this is mice and carcinogen. You look it very crucial. So this is important. So two mice were used in a controlled experiment to determine whether a certain substance was carcinogenic. So the two mice had identical genes, were same age, were placed in an identical cages in the same location, were subjected to the same environmental condition, and were fed the same food over the same period of time. One mouse was injected with this suspected carcinogen, and the other was not. After 2 months, the injected mouse developed cancerous tumors, but the other mouse did not. So you can look at the table. So two mouse are there, two are from same gene, of same age, location is same, they are in a cage, condition is also same, food they are taking or consuming is same or similar, injection is first one no injection and second one is carcinogenic injection, and first one is doesn't grow the cancerous cells or tumors inside the body, and second one this cancerous cells are generating inside body. So now you say what is what under what thing it can come?
Method of difference.
Method of
Method
residue.
method of agreement.
Difference.
Method of difference.
Method of residue. Method of residue, I think.
Some people are saying difference, some agreement, and one say residue.
Difference.
That
Difference.
The
difference.
method of difference.
Okay. Anyone else?
Method of difference is there.
Okay.
Difference.
Method of residue.
So one of the factor is absent in one mouse.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So most vote is in the method of difference. Some second is agreement. Third is residue. 3-4 people have said, right? Let's see. So it is method of difference. So why is that? It is pretty obvious that that absence of particular one injection or the carcinogenic injection, so that is determining that the carcinogenic cell or the cancerous cell will grow inside the body or not. So absence of rather the absence of that injection or that particular thing is determining the factor whether the cancer will grow inside the body or not. So then it is coming under the method of difference. Okay, not method of residue. So can anyone explain why it is not method of residue? What is the difference between method of residue and method of difference? Why it is not coming under method of residue? Whoever replied as with method of difference. Anyone? Just explain. I mean,
Because here the factor which causing that mouse to have cancer, so that is present over there. So we're not talking about the residue. That the factor that cause or the factor is not present over there. The hidden in the hidden state.
yeah, yes, true. I mean, you're right. Like, so other factors being same, So and those are already known. It is not that they were not sure about one thing. I mean, while the experiment, they are sure that cancerous cells or cancerous injection will grow the cancer inside the body. Okay, now they just wanted to test that absence of that will not grow cancerous cell. Okay, it is not that they were not sure of many of a lot of things, then they are eliminating other things and they are coming to a conclusion that okay, this is the effect, this is what is happening, this is the effect. Then okay, let's say these are the cause, and okay, this cause is left, so this is so this is the cause of this cancer. It's not like that. It is what is that they are sure that this will grow cancer. Now then they are examining the thing, they are rather their hypothesis that are they believe that this will grow cancer. There is known fact. So then the absence of that cancerous injection is helping the first mouse not grow the cancerous cell or tissues inside their body. So then this is the method of difference. Now coming to the next one, this is crime and unemployment. What is that? For every 2% increase in the employment rate, the rate of theft decreased by 1%. And for every 2% decrease in the employment rate, the theft rate increased by 1%. The criminologist concluded that unemployment causes crimes of theft. Which one of Mill's method did the criminologist use?
Quantum.
Automated variation.
Quantum variation.
Okay, anyone else?
Residue. Residue.
Okay,
Residue, method of residue.
okay. You have to say why you are saying, right? You have to say. Okay, anyone else? So two people said residue, two people said variation, concomitant variation. So anyone wants?
1% are new there.
Yeah. Okay. No, first you. I mean, I'm expecting an answer. I mean, anyone trying to give the answer? Then I will see what is the answer. Then I will ask the.
Concomitant variation.
It's concomitant.
No, it is concomitant variation because here effect will be known. So if there is a effect is unknown, then it will goes on residues.
Okay. Okay. So I'll check then what is the answer, right? Yeah, it is concomitant variations. So, uh, so can you say that why it is not residue? Or rather, I will ask the residue people, whoever answered, why did you derive it that it was residue, not concomitant variations? It because you can see that from
It is
here.
concomitant variation because there is a relation between two things.
Yes, there's a direct relation. It is not that I mean they're not deriving any factor depending upon the other things. There's a direct relationship. That's why it's concomitant variation. It's not residue. Okay, now the next one. This is identify the cause suggested by the information presented in the following table. What method is it used? So I think you can see all occurrence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible conditions, and this is the phenomena. A, B, C, D, E, and this is the overall phenomenon. So,
Method of residue.
okay, anyone else? You take your time, it's no problem. No, this is a bit tricky, so yeah, you can just take time.
Please explain it again.
Okay, so here you can see that there is a table. Okay, right? This is the occurrence. 5 occurrences are there, and different conditions or cause is given, and this is the effect or the phenomena that is given. That is in symbolic form. You can see. So in then you have to derive I mean under what section it will this cause and effect will come.
So I think it is a joint
Method of
method.
agreement.
Joint.
Joint method.
Joint method.
Okay.
It's the method of agreement.
Method of agreement.
Okay, there's a lot of different answers
Method
given.
of agreement. D is same.
Okay, method of agreement. Most of the people said few residue, few variation. Okay, anyone else wants to try?
Because the effect is the same in all the cases.
Yeah, give your answer. So what is that? Answer is, it's just, you first give answer then justify. I think that, I mean, that I will ask for justification. You should first give the answer, we'll see what is there, then.
It is a method of agreement.
Method of agreement.
Okay, most of the people are with method of agreement. Let's see what is there. Yeah, it is method of agreement. So now you explain why is that. Anyone? Yeah, sorry. You explain the table. Anybody, please explain the table, and then describe why is method of agreement, not method of residue, or not the joint method.
Because one factor is common in everybody, and I mean, and that gives the same effect.
Yeah, one factor, but then why not residue? Because why not residue? Why not joint?
Because here we know the cause, no? We know the factor which is responsible for causing the effect.
Yeah. I mean, can you make it little bit elaborate and clear? Why not joint method? Residue I understood from your answer, but why not joint method?
Yeah, because all the factors they're responsible to cause the defect, no, sir.
Yes,
Every
yes,
factor is shown.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so that's why.
Yes, you're right. So that's why it is method of agreement. It is not the method of residue. Okay. Well, I'll move on to the next, and I think probably the last example of today's thing. Loss in a financial year. After realizing a loss of 1 lakh, a Big Buzzer's chief accountant could suggest only three causes: an excessive number of workers, increases in utility rates, and reduction in sale. These expenses were estimated at 25,000, 30,000, and 10,000 respectively. Since no other ordinary sources could be found, the accountant attributed the remaining 35,000 to shoplifting. So you understand, right? The problem you see. So then you answer the what?
Residue.
Method of residue.
Okay.
Method of residue, sir.
Method
Okay.
of residue.
Okay. All are saying method of residue. Okay.
Method of residue.
Okay. I think all of you are correct. So it is method of residue. A minute. Till someone is joining. Okay. Yeah. So so it is method of residue. You are understood, right? Because other things first they are eliminating, and then the left thing, the whatever was left in this whole scenario, or the amounts he deducted from that only. So that's why the residual part is coming in the picture, and that's why it is method of residue. Okay. I think we are more or less, we have practiced a lot. I think, I mean, different problems. This will be the final. Okay. uh, so you can read. This is IQ and GPA problem. A psychology professor was interested in the relationship between IQ scores and grade point average. The professor randomly selected 100 graduating seniors, obtained their GPAs from the register, and asked them to take IQ test. All of them complied. Then the professor compared the scores of each student with his or her GPA. The professor found that in general, higher IQ scores correspond to the higher GPAs. Now, you say, what is this? This is a big problem. You just read.
Method of concomitant variation.
Concomitant variation.
Concomitant variation.
Concomitive.
Method of
Yeah.
concomitant variation.
Concomitant variation, sir.
Okay, all are confident that this is concomitant variation. Okay. So yeah, it's all correct. So this is linearly related, and it is obviously it is concomitant variation. So
Direct
in
relation is there.
direct relationship is there. This is no problem. You can directly see that this is one factor that is changing with the effect or the rather cause is directly related to the effect. So that's why it is coming under concomitant variation. So I think we have practiced a lot. Now I think we are almost at the end, so it is say 2 hours. So I think if you have any doubt or any problem, you can now ask. I'll so yeah. So
Can you have an example on joint method, sir? Because we
yeah.
have discussed a lot upon evidence and
Actually,
concurrence.
yeah, I forgot to
I
add.
think we didn't discuss on this joint method.
Yes. I'll include one. Yeah, right now I don't have any. Okay, I'll include one, and then I'll next day surely I'll give. Yeah, I should have. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you, sir.
So I think
Because
all this. Sorry.
because it may happen that in examination the question will be on the joint
Yes,
method
yes,
only.
yes. So I think you all have gotten the assignments, right? Assignment is uploaded already, and
Yeah, yeah,
the deadline is on 8th, right?
yeah.
Okay, so I mean the assignments are MCQ, so this is not that of a problem. But I think still, whatever session, whatever we discussed today, that will help you to solve the problems. Since the deadline is not over, I couldn't discuss all the problems. Once the deadline is over, probably then the next week I'll discuss
Sir,
the.
but one thing while going through this assignment lecture, I saw particularly my personally,
Mhm.
it was in a simple language. We understood it,
Yes.
but actually the way they taught and the way the questions were the questions were somewhat confusing. Because when we go through these MCQs and all that, so we come to know that A is correct, B is also correct, C is also correct in some few examples.
Okay, so you are
So
saying that.
because when they
There is
taught,
a
we understand
consecutive
immediately, but when they ask the question, then it is somewhat twisting and all that. So
multiple choice questions, sir.
yes, I'm talking about the multiple choice question.
Yes. So what you are saying that there are multiple answers of a single question, right?
Or that all the four answers they are very much close to that what they are expecting, whether it's the statement, whether the premise, or whether the conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get little bit confused that whether A is also correct, then sometimes we see that B is also correct.
Uh,
Then it is very difficult for us to choose
yes,
one of them.
but I think what I know that in the given assignments, in some cases, so I mean multiple answers are there. In some cases, only one answer is there, right? So that is the tricky part. If you learn all the aspects on all the theories and whatever is taught in the course or is described by sir, and I mean maybe cleared by today in today's, so only if you understood all those things, then only you can answer if you are confident, because that is the tricky thing that I mean if it is provided that only one is correct, then you can easily it becomes easier. Since I'm explaining that this is the questions are being set in this way because there is not a regime of given rather written assignments. If it would have been a written assignments, then it would be the different case. But since it is not a written assignment, that's why. So there is no other option. Like you have, I mean, he has to examine or he has to. So that's why these are the tricky things. But if you read or if you
But
closely.
what I mean to say, it is not difficult to understand whatever they taught. So it was a very nice presentation.
Okay.
But whatever we learn in a short spell of time, and then
Mhm.
at the time of applying that logic, it becomes very difficult
Okay.
because
Yes. Yes.
we have no time. Because in a short spell of time, actually, we cannot. Once we go through this, then again it will be difficult for us to implement remember the same thing what are the taught and what we
Yes, yes,
understood.
yes. Okay, I understand. I mean, you're saying that you cannot apply all the things in this short period of time.
Because actually it's very
Someone
it's not
please
that
unmute someone.
it's not that difficult. The time is very short, and within the time restriction or limitation, then it becomes difficult.
Okay, someone is background noise. I mean, some please unmute. Jaiprakash was talking. Rajiv was talking, right?
So, Rajiv,
Yes, yes.
Gradekar
Okay,
from Maharashtra.
okay, okay, great. Okay, so yeah. So what is the question, right? Can you, so yeah. So you are saying that the okay, you're saying that the problem is that you cannot grasp all the things, and that's why it is becoming difficult to answer the assignment questions, right? Within the
Then we
short
can,
time.
yeah, but whenever at the time when we learn it, when the time we go through it, then we understand it. It's not a question that the
Yes,
difficulty is
yes.
not that we cannot understand.
And it
That
is just
it is
very
very simple.
simple
And we
things.
can, yeah,
Yes.
but at the time of solving the questions and all, then what I personally feel or find that there is somewhat confusion that is being created
Mm-hmm.
when the question when we are going to solve the questions,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? So
Yeah. But
that's the problem.
yeah, I understand. But the thing is that so the I mean the overall setup is that they you have to cover this kind of a syllabus, and then each week sir is teaching something. I mean, right. So then what I can request sir, or I will later rather convey sir that I mean people are finding expect having these kind of difficulties, but that I mean I don't think that there is any marks in this assignment, right? You don't have any marks, only you will get the marks based upon, or you will be judged based upon your the final exams, right? That's what I know.
No,
No, sir.
no,
There are
No,
no,
sir,
no.
we
there
have.
are ma-
No, sir,
we have 30%
Okay,
weightage
okay,
of
we have the
syllabus.
mark.
okay, 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 okay. Sorry,
There,
sorry.
there,
Okay,
there is a ratio of 25 and 75. 25% mark they are allotted to this assignment, and we have to we have to score about 10 out of that, and out of 75 we have to
okay.
achieve score of 30 marks. So total should be 40, but each one should consist of 20 marks in assignment and this
I
final exam.
understand. I understand. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Then that is a bit problematic thing, but. I mean, whatever I can say that I can request sir to maybe tone down the question, or maybe I mean, but I think what I feel that uh, after this starting of this discussion section, or this the you can see that three tiers are there, so it will become easier compared to the earlier parts. I mean, this year this has started, so I think that will help you to understand all these things. If you have any problems or doubts, you can write back to us or sir also. There is no problem. Okay. So but there is a time regime also. That's why. But I'll surely convince her that the people are finding these kind of problems. So they expect some little
So,
easier, or
so,
rather they
so
need
what I
some
mean,
time.
yes, sir, fine. What I submit, that is not, I once again repeat that it is not difficult to understand the
Yes,
subject, but
yes, but it takes
as far as,
time.
no, no, it takes time, and more, it is related to scoring of the marks. We have to score the marks. So if
Yes,
we
yes,
take that in that perspective, that's why I'm thinking then it becomes difficult. So if they say they are said you just join, and then we will after completion of the certificate you will get the marks or whatever the certificate, then it's okay. But this is what I feel. It is a one-way interaction. That the lectures
yeah,
are going on
yes, yes, yes,
online. We
yes,
are just sitting.
yes,
That is
yes. I agree. I
suppose the
agree.
student they
Mm.
say they are from the Marathi background, they are from the Hindi background. So for first time most difficulty is that whether they are understanding, or unless they understand the subject, they will not go ahead. No,
Yes, that
they
is
cannot push it
true.
further. So
That is true.
yes,
That
sir.
I agree.
Yeah.
But
So basic question is that they first understand what is being taught. Everybody cannot understand,
they,
or even
of
if the
course,
people they are from the English background, but it's
yes, I
doubt.
understand.
I mean, I fear whether they understand or not. So that is what the difficulty is.
I
Not
agree. I mean, I got your point. I agree. But Rajiv, the problem is that I mean, this is a setup. I mean, by NPTEL. Like, so you can. What I suggest that at least few people. I mean, lots of people actually facing these problems. You can write to NPTEL. I mean, they can then implement all these things. I mean, few problems. What I have understood that one is first is this language problem. That's a
And the
very
problem is that they have already their set up criteria. So even if we write and
Excuse
some
me, sir.
some student they also say that so actually I don't think they will
Hello.
change their
okay.
criteria. They will stick up to that. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Anyone is second? Yeah, Rohit or whoever is in the queue, you can unmute and say. Uh,
Sir, when
yeah,
will you start with the discussion of
questions.
second week lectures, sir?
Excuse
So
me, sir.
the thing is that I'm so today's was the first one. So what we have planned that from the next week in the first half we'll discuss the assignment problems. I'll try to discuss, and in the second half I'll try to deduce whatever Sarah has taught in the second week. So that's how it will go. The first hour will be in the question answers solving of the first assignment, and the second hour uh, with the with the study material that have been provided, discussion, little bit discussion for the next year to solve the next week assignment. So that's how
Sir,
it will go.
okay, sir. Sir, 8th is the deadline for assignment 2.
It
Probably
is the
will
this
we have one class before the deadline so that it would be easy for us to submit our assignment.
yeah. So I think today I have discussed all probably of all the questions, not two. Eight is the deadline of assignment one, not two, right?
2 also, sir.
Both.
1 and 2
Both.
only
Both,
8
sir,
days.
two also.
Yes,
One and
Oh,
two
both.
also,
Sir,
sir.
both
Both
1 and 2
both
is 8.
for both assignment deadline is 8.
okay. So then, okay. So
Sir, since we have difficulty in completing assignment 2, there are a lot of doubts yet to be
yeah.
clarified, sir.
Okay. Then what I'll do
Excuse me.
that since
I will also agree with ma'am, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
understand, I
I will
There
understand.
is
also
a
agree.
lot of problem in weekly
Okay.
One is
assignment.
okay,
So
sir. One we have clarity. Assignment
One
one we have a better clarity because after your discussion we still have a better understanding on it. But
mhm.
whereas assignment 2, I don't think we'll be able to do.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Definitely.
So one thing that I'll do that the next TSC, I mean the person I know that is Nairit, he will taught I think on Tuesday, right? So I think then I'll request him to cover the second assignment since the deadline of second assignment, as you people are saying, that is on 8th. So Tuesday is on what? Tuesday is I think 6th or 7th, right?
Sir,
So then I
7th,
can,
7th.
Excuse
yeah.
me,
So
sir.
I'll request him to,
sir,
Hello.
yeah, please.
sir, the mail
Hello.
what we have received, in that mail it is written that tomorrow there will be also session on 5th February.
Yeah, tomorrow there will be three sessions are there. One is
Yes, sir.
Saturday.
3 sessions are there, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yes, sir.
One thing I want to know, all
mhm.
these three sessions will be repeated or it will be different?
It will be more or less same, but the material will not be same. So this is since a doubt clearing session, more or less the thing will try to clear whatever doubts you have in the course, but the material might be difficult, might be different, or might be same, but the concept will be same. It is not a very different concept. Might be some examples will be different, or he might take some discuss some different sections, or he might discuss the same sections also with the same thing. So that is not yet decided, but based upon your requirements we'll decide that. Yeah.
Hello,
So
sir.
So
as you
can we
Uh,
people,
get the PPT
Excuse me, sir.
generally done?
yeah,
Excuse me,
one by one,
Rajesh
please.
speaking.
Yes.
uh, hello,
Rajesh
sir.
speaking.
Actually,
Can we get the PPTs which we have seen today?
sir, we have doubt regarding the
Okay.
11th slide which you showed.
Okay, I'm coming.
I mean, I have.
I'm coming one by one. So the slide regarding my today's PPT.
11th example. Yeah, 11th example, not 11th slide. I'm sorry.
Okay, Priyanka, I'm coming to the
Last
11th
example.
example. No, I'm first let me clear that the slide PP that I have shared today, so I'll share it with NPTEL. Now, I don't know whether it will be shared with you or not. That I don't know. I mean, this whole recording will be shared, okay, with NPTEL. Now, you may request them if they allow you to give it, because I don't know. I mean, I have not seen that they provide these videos to the students. Only the lectures of the course instructors is there. But if they allow or they want to provide, then they can. So, but I think in that case, you have to request to NPTEL. For the second case, what Priyanka was saying, my 11 last one, right?
11th
This one.
example. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So what is the
So
doubt you say?
yes, as in the result, it's like one variable is increasing, A is increasing, so B is
Mhm.
also increasing. So accordingly, we decided that it's concomitant
Concomitant effect.
variation.
Mhm.
But yeah, but the thing is, he has taken 100 samples. So since he has taken 100 samples, and after that he came to the conclusion that say, A is increasing, so B is also increasing. So
Mhm.
can it not be a method of agreement? That is my doubt. Like he has so many samples, and after that he got the result.
Yeah, he had so many samples. Now let me pronounce one second. The psychology professor was interested in the relationship between IQ scores, grade points. The professor randomly selected 100 graduate seniors and obtained their GPAs from their register and asked them to take IQ test. Okay, so these 100 students are taken randomly. Now he taken GP and asked them to give the IQ test. All of them complied. When the professor compared the scores of the GPA, the professor found that the general higher IQ scores compared to higher GPAs. So this IQ is changing with GPS. It is not that they are coming to a final thing that they are eliminating some things, or from 100 batch of 100 students he is saying that this 98, so 1% failed, and or 1% got lesser marks, or 1% something like that, and others are unequal, or others are different criteria is there. It is not like that. What he is saying, he is observing that.
But it's written
Yeah.
okay. But it's written general higher IQ. It's not like 100% who has higher
Sir, I
IQ
think
they
it is
got higher
because
GPA.
the
It's
sample
written
has taken.
general high. General
General high, yes, general high, it means that there is a relationship. When it is IQ is higher, in that case GPAs are higher. Okay, I mean, sorry, I mean the ulta, like when
not
GPA is
100%.
not 100%, but still there is a relationship. Now it is not they are deriving or coming to a conclusion based upon other results. This is a direct relationship to every result. So that's why it is concomitant variations, not the residue.
I think, sir, because
Not
sample
residue.
has taken
Telling
randomly.
it can be method of agreement. I'm telling it can
Okay.
be method of agreement since he has taken 100 samples, and from 100 samples he concluded that mostly
No.
this is the
So,
scenario.
madam, randomly selected, it
Uh,
is mentioned
Sir,
here.
but it is not related to this 100 samples and right. Maybe some different if we take 50 samples and add to that 150 and 200 samples. So I think the relation between these what you call the IQ and the GPs, and I think that stands support to this method of what you call as
Agreement.
no
Yeah.
concomitant.
So
Concomitant.
yes, yes, concomitant. So yeah, so what we were saying that method of agreement, it does not stand, because method of agreement is that only one cause for one effect. There is no relationship. There is the cause for effect. But for method of concomitant
No cause.
variation, there is a relationship, direct relationship. They are linearly
Relation
related. Once there is relationship, there is
relation
a
must
relation.
be
The
What
relation
if
can be
relationship must be
we
ulta.
equal.
Relation can be ulta. Relation
Yeah,
cannot be
it can be
linear
there.
always. Like you have seen the Boyle's law and Charles law. This PV equals to constant. pressure and volume. So when
But
pressure
here also
increases,
relation can be ulta, na? Here also relation can be ulta. Who has higher GPA can have
yes,
higher IQ, and who has higher IQ can have higher GPA.
yeah, I'm saying that in those
So
cases also.
the cause of higher GPA can be higher IQ, and the
Uh-huh.
cause of higher IQ, I mean cause of higher GPA can be higher IQ. That's what I
Madam,
meant.
No, I think you are not correct. What I can say that.
That's what I want to know. Ki how I'm not correct. I mean, I do agree it's concomitant variation, but that
Mhm.
I got doubts, so I wanted to get it clear. Like if we see from cause and effect point of view, also we can say that a higher GPA is caused by higher IQ.
No, I am saying that so whenever in the Boyle's law, Charles' law case, they are not linearly dependent, but there was a relationship. So that's why they were coming under the concomitant variations. Now since you are coming here and you can see again here is also a relationship. I am saying that this is also a method of concomitant variation, not a method of agreement. Method of agreement will occur only when they are. I mean, there is just a relationship. This is the effect, this is the cause. But when there is when there is a dependency upon cause and effect, then it will come under the concomitant variation. Okay. I think you read. If you don't still not clear, then you can write back. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
okay. Okay. Thanks. Okay, so I think, yeah. So whatever you people have asked, I'll convey all these things to sir. So few problems I can figure out. First is the language problem. That is the problem. Second is the problem of solving the questions within this short time, because you feel that this is easier, but it'll take little time since you will take some time to take in the grasp of with all the terminology, and this will and you fear that that will affect in your overall mark statement. That I'll talk to sir, that if in that case whether some written assignments, or I don't know, I mean written assignments probably not possible, but maybe the questions can be easier. I think you will get some easy questions from the next or third sections whenever the
Sir, I would
your
like to say something,
yeah.
if you don't mind.
Yes, sure.
We should need some written material about the topics which we were taught, because whatever we are learning from the videos, it's
Mm-hmm.
not up to our grasping. It means we cannot going to understand each and everything while watching video. We should
Okay.
have, and we all have some type of what we
Yeah,
can
I
say, that
understand. You want some kind of.
ability to read and understand, to listen and understand these types of things. So if we could have some written material, we can
Mhm.
read it and we can understand it and make it clear,
Excuse me.
I
if it
understand.
is
Can I say
possible.
So
there is also written material down. We can download it.
whatever is
Yeah,
taught
in
will be a
each
PDF.
video talk there is a material is there. You can
Yes.
download it.
Yes, that can be downloaded. Yes, I have done it. Yes,
Yeah, yeah. I have also done. There is
yes,
a
Yes.
I
there
didn't
is
I
a
got.
found it.
material.
I didn't found it in research
No,
and
no, no,
methodology
no.
videos.
Below the video you can see.
that material is transcripted.
There is a transcript. I have tried to download it, but it wouldn't happen.
No, no. As it is, I have downloaded.
It's not only a
Then
translation; it's a
could you
direct text.
possible to
So
share with us?
you can
Uh,
download it. I got on listen method for the 2 weeks. Some 65 pages. I downloaded it. I
Yes.
got the print of it. Print out
As
of the.
as I am already, I have downloaded effective writings, all the study material from there. But
Mhm.
for the research methodology, I'm unable to download it.
No, but I think it is
That's
downloadable.
why
People are
it
no,
is
but
my
it
downloading.
is
problem.
already it is coming in the drive. Yeah, it is. It looks as it cannot be download, but it is coming in the Google Drive.
Yeah. So then you can, you can access the document, right? So see, like if you have any kind of this kind of problem, any downloading, you can directly write to NPTEL. They will solve the issue immediately. There's no problem. any if you need any document or any issue related to this videos and all, you can directly write to NPTEL, they will solve. And for this PPT concern, that you can also ask to, I mean, not for this PPT only, in the coming weeks we'll try to discuss few things. So those things you can ask whether they will provide this YouTube link, or that I don't know. I mean, that you can clarify with NPTEL, because I am not in a position to say that that will be shared with you or not. Since this is a live interactive session, they want you to clear all the things with here. If you are not, you can write back. If you want any material, then you have to write to NPTEL, right?
थाली लगा बोला
Please
ठंडे पे भाई
unmute.
तो गरम कर
Please unmute Santosh Kumar. I think you want to say something.
सर सर
Yes.
अगर हिंदी में नोट्स मिलती तो अच्छा रहता और हिंदी में क्वेश्चन पैटर्न रहता तो अच्छा
I
रहता सर
understand, but this thing I'm this is not actually in my hand. I will try to say it to sir, but I think you people please write to NPTEL. I think
हाँ
this issue only they can solve, because it is their platform. They are organizing all. This is a huge program, I understand, and they're giving us an opportunity to help you people. So you can write them, because that thing the organizing committee can take the decision. We cannot. Okay, you can write to them. If they allow to say give any study material or something like that, that will be great. uh, I think that is my suggestion. So I hope, I mean, if people are being, I mean, getting something at least from these sessions. This is the first session we have started today. I hope you have learned or something, some doubts that has been cleared, that will help you to solve the problems. But as you have said, the second assignment deadline is 8th. I'll try to ask so that it can be at least something can be taught on 7th. I'm not sure whether he'll be able to, because this is you also have to understand, this is the first time we are also doing this. We are not expert in the thing. We are also learning. Although we have read this methodology earlier, but I mean, you understand, right? The methodology is a vast section. It is not, different people teach in different ways. So there is a, so whatever way I have learned, that is not exactly the same things, but still I'm also trying to help based upon my understanding. So I'll try to convey this message that this, I mean, we'll try to maintain the things so that you can, it becomes helpful for you to solve the assignment problems. That much I can say. And I'll try to contact the other TA who will teach on Tuesday, not tomorrow, because that I don't have any access. So that I'll try. Let's see what he sees, what he can do, and I
Excuse
hope from the next week this will be more normalized. This, since this is the very beginning, we're also facing some problems, because making, you can understand, this 24/5 PPT note, that is a huge work. So and we are not not professors, right? So I will try our best and hope it will be helpful in the coming sessions.
excuse me, sir.
Yes, sure.
Sir, paper
I cannot hear.
पेपर्स पेपर जो रहता है वो कितना रहेगा पेपर
पेपर मार्क्स, आप मार्क्स
मास
पूछ रहे? Uh, I think it's breaking. The voice is completely breaking.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes, please, please.
25 marks
For so for final exam, what will be the syllabus, sir? Same syllabus which you provided to us?
Yeah, I mean, for final exam, the entire syllabus will be there, na? Not only today. I mean, the entire 12-week course that will be taught by Professor Samita Banerjee, so that will be there. The entire syllabus will be there. So,
Whole
yeah,
So the
course, na?
question,
Whole syllabus.
whole course. Or if there is any change in the syllabus or any such things that it will be based upon this part, so sir will, I think, uh, either mail you, or if he informs us, then we will convey you. There will be no problem. I think there will be depending of for the case of syllabus, there will be some communication via mail from the course instructor to all of you. There is that much I can ensure.
So excuse me, please clear the doubt.
Excuse me, sir.
In the final examinations, whatever the question they will ask, so that will be based on all these material which is been provided to us, na?
Yes, 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 definitely, definitely. Whatever will be taught based upon that only. With that I know.
Whether it is,
Yes, yes,
मतलब
yes,
12 weeks or 4 weeks, so
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Excuse me,
yes,
sir. After
yes.
successfully completed this course, we will get a certificate. So, what will be mentioned in the certificate? Is it only research methodology or research methodology in natural sciences, sir?
It will be mentioned research methodology in the natural science. That is the course name. So it will be
Okay,
mentioned in the
sir.
science.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I am the student of the Faculty of Humanity,
Okay.
and for pre-PhD coursework, I joined this course, and in that prescribed coursework, they mention we have to complete the course that is called research methodology
Yeah.
for the Faculty of Humanity, sir.
Okay, so I mean that you can clarify with your department whether this will comply with your course or this will suffice your the requirements. But one thing I can say that last time this was the problem that many people have joined from
Okay.
different streams that were not
Hmm.
for science. So that's why the course name has also been changed to research methodology in the natural science rather than only research methodology. So now you just clarify with your department. That will be all I think.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay, sir. But sir, in the description of this course, there is written that this course is useful for all research student.
Yeah, in
Uh,
general, this is
so
all it will be useful, but mainly for science because all the reasoning and all those things will be described based upon scientific things. So if you are not interested in that, or if that is not your requirement, then that will be a problem. You can then quit, or that's why I'm asking that whatever course you're wherever you are doing any course, there you just ask that whether this course with the name you can ask whether this will
hmm.
suffice or not. So then that will be all.
Actually, at the platform of Swayam, the course there will be a course research methodology, but not for the Faculty of Arts and Humanities, sir. Right now, this course is not available
Okay,
in that site, sir. That's why
okay,
I joined this course.
okay, okay. But still, I
Excuse
think you
me,
can
sir.
ask your department, so they will confirm you
Excuse
if
me,
they
sir.
are. Yes, sure.
Uh-huh. Yes,
Hmm.
sir.
I would like to add to this. Smita ma'am, I have gone through the UGC guidelines in detail,
Okay.
in which the course details have been provided. So they have mentioned only research methodology, but they have
Yes.
mentioned the name of the professor Soumitra Banerjee for
Yes,
PhD
ma'am.
PhD coursework. So I actually emailed them that for this
Okay.
natural sciences have been added to the course. So they said it is one and like it is the same course only. I have emailed them
Okay.
actually. So don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, don't worry.
Okay,
Thank you,
okay.
ma'am.
So
Thank you
I
very much.
think we are at the end of the discussion. So I mean, we'll close the session today. So maybe in the next session, or you can ask if any other questions are there. We'll discuss about the final question, final examinations in the coming sessions also. So let's finish it off today. Okay. I hope you have
so
enjoyed
thank you very
the
much.
lessons.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, thank you very
Okay.
much. And it was
Yeah.
a nice presentation by you.
Yeah.
It was a nice presentation by you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye bye.